Whew, it's hot out there today. I've just come in from running some errands outside. I took that little clip in the car and the photo. I don't know if I'm going to put the photo up, but I took a clip of my stomach against the steering wheel. Okay, between the back fat that used to be behind me and the fat on my stomach, this upper part of my stomach used to come up to here. Used to ride up over the steering wheel all the way up like that. This is where we are now. So one of my goals is to make that so that I can see the steering wheel. Wonder how long that's going to take me. This has taken me 6 years to get here. Let's see how we go. That's a non-scale victory for me because that's an aim I have, to get my stomach not overlapping the steering wheel. 1, it's dangerous. 2, it's uncomfortable. And 3, I don't like feeling like that. Like it's actually harder to turn the steering wheel as well. So it's not just the scales that I'm using to measure stuff. Oh, it's hot out there. It's hot out there today. In summer, this is will be a lovely cool night temperature. But right now, after the cold weather we've been having, it's hot, and I don't cope with the heat. My cheeks are all pink. But yeah, yesterday, oh boy, I had a. Sorry about that. I had to stop all of a sudden. Oh wow, let's just put them back on. I gagged. I was talking to you, and also I just gagged. I think I was thirsty because I've been out running errands and I forgot to take my water bottle. Now I'm hungry, and this is one of the imperfect pears I'm talking about. It's a little wonky pear. It's so cute. But there, that's the kind of fruit we buy. And I'm glad we can do that. Whoa! My mouth's really dry, so that felt kind of tart and astringent when I bit into it. Whoa! Let's try that again. Ugh. Sorry, I had to shove it. I was so hungry. It's lunchtime, but I'm not quite ready for lunch. I had English muffins for morning tea, and a shake for breakfast. But I'm sharply hungry, but I'm not hungry for a big meal, so I needed to put the pear in before I keep talking anymore. Sorry, I feel like I'm always eating on camera. Just timing, I guess. Yeah, I wanted to do a cleaning with me kind of day, but I really don't want to show you the state of the house. And since I don't have a tripod or a proper camera, it's too hard to set up, and after how exhausting it was doing that first what I eat in a day, cook with me day, I need to get in. I need to get stuff clean. Hubby's worked 6 days this week, overtime several of those days, so it basically hasn't been here. Go to work, come home, go to bed, spend a little bit of time with us, then go to bed. So yeah, I'm 2 days. It's been 2 days since I last updated. And I did all that salad thing and the shopping, and half of the Costco stuff's still over there on the coffee table on the floor. Haven't been able to put it away. I was exhausted yesterday. Did a little bit too much. Because I was feeling so much better than I had been those like 5 or 6 days before. Foot pedal was to the metal, and off I was going. I've got to learn. That's something I need to work on. I need to learn to pace myself coming out of the PMDD as well. Not just, woohoo, I can do stuff, let's go. So, my body yesterday said, F this for a game of soldiers. We're going to relax and sit here and chill out. My brain was mad with that. So, brain had a bit of a temper tantrum yesterday. I had a bit of a cry. I didn't have a crying jag my whole PMDD section this month, but yesterday I had a cry. It wasn't a full-on sobbing cry. It was more of a eyes doing that prickly thing from behind when it's just they want to cry, and a couple of little theatrical tears that rolled down. And hubby was tired, so he was in bed. So I didn't want to disturb him either, so I couldn't seek comfort that way because he was trying to sleep. I didn't want to disturb him. So yeah, my energy levels were low. And I was ravenous. Absolutely ravenous. I was craving protein. Craving protein so much. Earlier in the day, before I realised I was low on energy, because I had to, again, I bought the meat the day before, had to break it down. Hubby didn't conveniently come home and help me do it this time, so I had to do it myself. So 3.5 kilos of pork mince I had to break down into manageable size bags to put in the freezer. And one of that half I turned in, 1.5 kilos that I turned into 3 pounds-ish. I turned into meatballs for Dora's lunch boxes. Okay. Last bite, promise. Okay. Nope, water time. Oh. Sorry. My mouth was not letting go of that mug. Okay. Alright. My God, 8 minutes of just waffling. Just waffle. Let's try this again. Yes, binge. Had a binge. Yes, I would classify it as a binge. Maybe more comfort eating. Because I did eat a lot. Yeah, actually, no, I think it's more comfort eating. And lack of energy. My body was craving. I think because I've lost 800 grams 2 weeks in a row. Excuse me. Start again. I think because I've lost the 800 grams 2 weeks in a row, that my body was a bit freaked out. It said, I'm hungry today, especially after all the stuff I did the day before. Carrying all that stuff in and out of the car, in and out of the boot, in and out of the car, because quite often hubby's home. If I go to the shopping, he's often home. Oh, it's hurting my ears like a headband. Ow. He's quite often home to help me unpack or unload. I look like a peacock. Oh my. Oh wow. I look like a peacock's tail. Wow. Okay. Let's put them back on. Oh boy. That was wow. Alright, okay. I'm gonna go get a hair tie. I can't fix that a bit. Wow. Okay, that's better. Oh, yeah. Where was I? What was I talking about? No, I need to stop and read whether I've got no idea what I was talking about. Okay, I've got that sorted out. I've finished my pear. I've had enough water. My hair's up. It's not going to annoy me anymore. Little horns, but it's not going to be. It's not going to annoy me. It's there. I'm sorry if it annoys you, but it's the best I've got with this hair at the moment. So, I was talking about 800 grams. 2 lots of 800 grams. That's what I was talking about. I think because I've lost the 800 grams 2 weeks in a row, that my body panicked a bit. It said, stop it, I don't like what you're doing. There's a famine on, we're losing weight. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Stop it, just eat all the stuff. Oh, there's food there, let's go eat all the stuff. And so I did. I ate some of the meatballs. My daughter was okay with that. She said, Mum, you're hungry, you need to eat what you need to eat, that's fine. So I had about 12 meatballs. I had, across the day, I had 5 different crumpets, wholemeal crumpets. I had about 6 ginger nut biscuits. I had some, what else did I have? I had some cheese. I had some other stuff. I can't remember what it was. But I tried to aim for more protein if I could. When I wanted to eat something, I tried to have more protein. We're out of eggs, so I couldn't just boil up some eggs and mash them with your Greek yogurt or whatever and have them with crackers. That's a nice one that I do. I don't want a protein bomb too. And those chips are in there, in that room. The 2 big bags of chips. I didn't want nachos again, so his corn chips were safe. I still have corn chips left, tortilla chips left from this week. Yeah, you would have thought I would have gone through the whole bag, but I didn't, which is just a success in itself. I must have this different than usual. It looks like it's like a little head there, peekaboo. like a child peeking over the table at the time. Hi, can I have some? Or a puppy dog, can I have some? Speaking of can I have some, my brain was insisting that it wanted those Doritos. I mean, that's a Costco size bag. That's a bag of Doritos. Not even a party size. It's a bag of Doritos. All right. And that diet voice was in that horrible, horrible diet voice that thinks I'm entitled to husband's food or daughter's food or anybody else's food. I don't care. It's mine. I'm going to eat it all. I don't care about the consequences. I don't care if it hurts them. I'm just going to eat it all because I'm hungry and I'm doing all this work and I'm frustrated and I'm angry and I deserve to have it and it'll make me feel better. It's better than yelling at my daughter or yelling at my husband or just being horrible. But it's a form of being horrible because I'm stealing their food basically. Especially if I don't ask, especially if they're not home to ask. It's stealing their food, especially when I've told him his chips and his things that I don't want to eat. Just hide them in his room. Well, not his room, but his portion of the room somewhere. Because sometimes just the act of having to go look for them will stop me from. Again, it's not a healthy mindset that I have, but it's better. It's like an alcoholic. You lock the alcohol up. You don't just leave it out there for them to see. We don't have it in the house, but we can't not have it in the house. And I don't want to go down that route either personally. I'd rather have it in the house and learn to deal with it. And this is the first step, learning to just not have it. It's out of sight, out of mind most of the time. I don't even think about it. And it's his food. I don't even think about it. It's his food. And I don't even like Doritos anymore. I used to love the cheesy, salty, dry crunchiness of it. Now I don't like it at all. My body doesn't like it. Especially since I've had COVID, since I've got MS, my taste buds have changed. I can't taste all the notes I used to taste. I used to be a super taster. That's one who can taste a lot of the different notes and things. Super smeller. I could smell things blocks away before my husband would smell them when we're out walking or whatever. Like literally blocks away. We joke I was beagle nose because I'd be like a beagle after the good stuff, you know. But yeah, that voice was in full meltdown mode yesterday. It's quite bad actually. This is a dramatic reenactment of what it was like standing in front of my husband's stash of chips the other day. Oh, they look so delicious. Why are they up there? It's his own fault if I eat them because he didn't hide them properly. No, that's diet thinking. Don't think like that. That's mean. He can store them how he wants. They're in the cupboard out of the way. They're in the walk-in robe and you can't get them. They're up high, but I really want them. And he knows that I want them and he should hide them better, but it's not his fault. You're a horrible voice. Shut up. We're not eating them. Just walk away. You have other yummy things. You're going to hate eating them. You're going to not enjoy them. You're going to feel crap. They don't taste as good as they used to. Oh, and he's got a thing of cola there. I've never noticed that before. That's new. Why is it there? What's he doing? Oh, sugar. I love sugar, but I hate Coke. Oh my God, what am I going to do? This is delicious. But I really want them, but I'm not getting them. And as you can see, they are untouched. I have not eaten them. Sorry, I just had to pause there because it really struck me how that voice sounds. Saying it out loud to you all via the camera, it struck me how it sounds, how selfish and mean and nasty and ridiculous that voice is in my head, that diet voice, that binge voice. It's thoughtless, it's harmful to those around me and to myself. I'm literally stealing their food, especially if it's without permission, you know. It just shocked me. It just really upset me, so I just had to pause and just sit there and deal with that for a minute. Yeah, it's that's not good. So I'm glad I don't have that voice in my head a lot. This was a rare confluence of events yesterday. I was overtired from the day before. I'd had a little bit less food than normal too. Yes, I wasn't that hungry. The salad was so filling that I missed afternoon tea basically. So it was a lower calorie day. I think I only had, looking back what I had, I probably would have only had about 1,600 calories all up. So for me that's low. But that's all I wanted. I wasn't hungry for more than what I ate. And then doing all the physical work on top of that. So God only knows what exercise calories would have been deducted from that. So overall, I was low. I was hungry. I'd overdone it. And I was feeling miserable with the state of the house. So that's my three of my triggers. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I ate. But even standing there looking at the chips, which I hadn't even really thought about much over the PMDD week, which again is improvement. But it was like the allure was extra strong this time. It was the siren song was going like a full metal, full heavy metal concert. It was that loud. But I sat there and I glared. And I glared at those chips. I glared at them with everything I had. My hand, I didn't even reach out for them. I just stood there and I looked at them. And I deliberately walked in. I deliberately walked in there to eyeball them and say, like Sarah at the end of the labyrinth, you have no power over me. You don't have the power over me to make me eat you. I don't want to have that conversation with my husband again. I'm sick of that conversation. Oh, sorry, I ate some of your stuff. I had reasons, but I ate some of your stuff. I didn't want to put that food in my stomach because I was already full. And that's why I think it wasn't a binge, because I had some control. I could choose what I could put in my mouth. My stomach was never sore at any point. I did eat a lot. I ate a lot of food. But I was hungry. I had a headache before I started. I was hungry. I felt, again, like the other day when I needed a nap, I felt washed out. I felt washed out, and this time it was hunger. I realised it was hunger. And I was hungry for protein. Some carbs. I had a little bit of chocolate, about 25 grams of chocolate. I had the crumpets, the meatballs. I even put peanut butter on my crumpets because I felt like the unctuous, fatty, proteiny type of mouthfeel. So I tried again, even with this, to pay attention to what my body was asking for. So I knew it wasn't hormonal at this point. I knew it wasn't. Some of it was emotional. Yes, I was emotionally distraught and sad and angry and frustrated and feeling hopeless and useless. And again, that voice that beats me up and says, "You're not doing enough." I'm like, well, I'm doing everything I can, more than I probably should have. But sometimes that sometimes that voice, it's never enough. It's never enough to please it. So I tried to just sit there and roll with my feelings, and I actually went back and watched that show that had the crocodile at the start. It was actually a big, really good show. There was 2 seasons of it, and I really enjoyed it very much. But the week before wasn't the time to do that. Definitely not. So yeah, I just literally sat down, did what I could, did the meatballs. Even then, I'm doing things. Instead of just laying on the couch and eating all day and eating till I'm sick. I wasn't sick. And this morning, my sugars were only just into the yellow. I mean, I'm trying to eat sensibly again today, so the trend doesn't continue. They go back up. It's just a blip. It's an up and then a down. And that was the other thing. I think because my sugars are lower, I'm not used to feeling that way. My body's not used to having the lower sugars yet. So I woke up yesterday morning, and my sugars were the lowest they've been in a long time. They're actually in the diabetic normal range, comfortably. So I think my body did literally have a freak out. It was panic stations, Will Robin, danger, all that sort of stuff. It was like, give me it right effing now, Protein, I need all the protein. So again, this is about learning. It's about learning how not to panic my body, how to keep it comfortable and calm, a little bit of discomfort, not freak out levels of discomfort. And even the overeating was different than normal, because I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel uncomfortable. I was full, but not uncomfortably so. And then once I'd reached that point, I didn't need to eat anymore for the rest of the day. I didn't end up eating until like 10 o'clock at night. The only reason I ate was because I had to have my diabetes medicine. I hadn't actually had it with my dinner because I'd eaten early enough that over at dinner time I didn't want to eat anything else and put anything else in. So what I did was I had half a portion of the lady shake about 10 o'clock at night, just to have my tablet. I didn't want any more cheese, didn't want anything else, didn't want anything solid. I didn't want a full portion of the shake because that would just be ridiculous after everything I'd eaten, and I wasn't hungry enough for that. So I had half a portion. Even I'm learning. It's so much learning. Even then, my brain's tired of learning. I'm tired of all this. I just want to eat like a normal person. Please, let me eat like a normal person. But this morning, I took my sugars at the normal time. I didn't hang off like I would have before, trying to make them better. I didn't drink a ton of water beforehand, trying to get them down, I slept about 6 hours, which is about average for me. I took my sugars, and then I was actually in the mood for a shake this morning. I tried the PB Nutrition shake, but I had it hot. I put hot water in. Don't do that motion. Try that again. Sorry about that. I just made a weird motion with my hand that could be misconstrued, so I'm cutting that out. I know how people take these things and edit them weird, so I am not doing that. Very suggestive motion, completely accidentally. So I had the PB nutrition shake and I poured the water in, the hot boiling water, and that wasn't bad. Wasn't great, but I wanted something hot. I didn't want the shake and a cuppa. I didn't want cereal. I didn't want anything. I just wanted a drink, a hot drink. But I knew a hot chocolate or a cup of tea just wouldn't have been enough, and I needed to take my medicine. So I tried the hot shake. And it was okay. I probably wouldn't do it again unless I really felt the need to do it. But it was, yeah. And then I had 2 English muffins a couple of hours later, and I've just had the pear. And I'm not that hungry today because I've had such a big day yesterday. I'm not that hungry today. Whereas before I would have just said, oh, I have to eat a full lunch. I have to have a sandwich. I have to have this because, you need to keep your energy up. No, I don't. I'm actually very satisfied with that pear. And if I'm hungry again half an hour, well, I'll eat then. It is what it is. So yeah, that's the first time, I think. I mean, it may have happened before, but in my memory at the moment, that's the first time that I've rolled with the eating, but it hasn't turned into a binge. I think I remember saying those words before, but it's felt good that it happened again. I was hungry. Comfort ate. I didn't eat the chips. I didn't eat any of the cakey stuff that was there. And this is an example of the deliciousness that I have to ignore on a weekly basis. Jam and cream donuts, cannoli, custard donuts, apple slice, lamingtons, but often there's 2 lamingtons in there and a thing of donuts, iced donuts there. So as you can see, they are also untouched by me. Because before, again, I love those apple cakes. I love, whether there have been cinnamon donuts there or the iced donuts. I like those. I love the cannoli. I would have eaten both of them, no problem, and half the lamingtons. And so that's even making a difference. The sweet things I wanted was the ginger nut biscuits. Oh, I had a teaspoon of honey too. I just realised that. I just remembered that. I had a teaspoon of honey yesterday. I thought, oh, I want something sweet. Don't want jam. Don't want biscuits. Don't want anything else. Let's try a little bit of honey. That seemed to hit the spot too. So to me, a teaspoon of honey is better than 4 donuts. Way better. Way better than 4 donuts and an apple slice and God knows what else I would have eaten. So I'm trying. It's so hard. It is so hard trying to figure out the balance of things. So I want balance. I don't want these big swings. I don't want huge days or tiny days of eating. I'm tired of the roller coaster. I want to go off the roller coaster. Or I want to be on a gentle one, just a gentle. At least I'm listening to my body, actually listening to what it wants. You just thought of eating cheese or any of that meat and stuff today. My body's like, no, no thanks. No thank you. So I'll probably just do a stir fry or noodle stir fry something for dinner tonight. Or it'll be whatever's easiest if I'm tired. Again, I've got to rein myself in. Yeah. Hubby's at work, daughter's visiting my parents. I was supposed to be visiting them today too, but for my mental health, I need to stay home and clean stuff, and I need to talk this through. And they get it. I can always go over there later if I need to, in the night. If I go, yep, I've done enough, that'll do. Or I crack it and go, I can't keep up with this. That's it. I'm done. But yeah, I just need to talk this out too. So, hubby's at work again, poor bugger. So, yeah, you guys are it. I bet this is going to be so much fun to edit. This is just Yeah, but it's my process. You all know my process. I talk and I talk and I talk. Yeah, no, I can't sing either, so I might cut that out. So, yeah, the sugar's kicked in from the pear. I'm feeling good. Feeling good that my stomach isn't impeding on the steering wheel as much. I'm glad those chips stayed put in their bag and not in my stomach. The goodies stayed. I ate sensibly. And I'm back to my regular eating today. It's no different than going out to a party or to a buffet or where I indulged. The reasons are a bit different than if I went out and had a good time. But they're normal reasons. I recognised them, I dealt with them, and I've eaten what I needed to eat, and I've just moved on the next day. There's no guilt, there's no... I mean, there's horror of the thoughts that were there, but they're abnormal thoughts now too. They're not normal, they're not there all the time. And having those nachos, honouring my hunger throughout my whole cycle, rather than the binge and restrict, is helping these roller coaster moments be less frenetic and less often. So I'm calling that a win. A big, big win for me. Yeah. So now I've procrastinated all this long enough. I've eaten. I've got to pull up my britches, my big girl britches, and go and do the stuff. I'm going to put on some vloggers that I like to watch. And yeah, feel like a friend's chatting to me even though there's just me here. Get my stuff done. And then, yeah, see how I go from there. Okay. I don't want to do it, but I got to do it. I can do it. I can do it. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. No, I know I can. All right. Here I go. Bye. I forgot to add that at the end of the night, I actually went for a walk with my daughter. I'd actually had a couple of snoozes on the couch too. Little naps, like 5 minutes or so. Dropped in and out. Probably all the sugar knocked me out for a bit. So, yeah, I think that's helping. And I had drank a lot of water. I was very thirsty. I drank a lot of water. Didn't overindulge. Didn't try and drown the sugar away. Didn't try and drown the food away. I was just thirsty. What I'm eating. What I had eaten. So I think all that's helping. All those healthy habits are helping. I actually went in my pyjamas and my dressing gown last night for the walk because I was all settled in for bed. And my daughter said, "Oh, can we go for a walk, Mum?" I said, "Yeah, you know what? I'm actually feeling like I do need a walk." I'd rested enough. I was reading a book in bed and I went, you know what, yeah, I'm restless. I need to get up and go so I can actually sleep well. So yeah, that's what we did. I forgot to add that. Okay,